Christmas of 2021, as a stocking stuffer, my husband got me an Ancestry DNA kit. He got two, one for me, another one for himself. The only reason that he got them was I asked him for one. And the only reason I asked him for one was I wanted to see where my relatives came from. I thought maybe my ancestors came from a region I didn't know about. So my husband gets the two Ancestry kits. We both test. Right after Christmas of 21, we send out the samples. And I don't know, about a week or two later, my results come in. And at first, there's nothing really off. It says I'm 100% Ashkenazi Jewish. I knew that. Both of my parents were Jewish from Eastern Europe. The only one off was a woman. A woman appeared on my results as a first cousin. I don't have first cousins. Both of my parents are only children. No aunts, no uncles, no first cousins. There's a tiny little thumbnail picture of her, and even in this little picture, it's obvious that she looks just like me. Same hair, same profile and jawline, same shaped face. She's clearly much younger, but she looked like me. So I messaged her through Ancestry. I'm like, excuse me, just curious as to who you are. You're showing up as a first cousin. She doesn't check her Ancestry messages. I don't hear back. Along with the little thumbnail picture was her name. So my husband and I find her LinkedIn profile. There's a larger picture of her. Again, striking resemblance to me. So I show the picture to my mother. Mom, who is this woman? My mother shrugs her shoulders. She says, I have no idea who that is. All right. My mother doesn't know who she is. She's not responding to her Ancestry messages. I have no idea who she is. I forget about it and move on. Fast forward to January of last year, of 2025. Same woman reaches out to me. She messages me on Facebook. She says, hello. She says, I've checked my Ancestry dashboard. She said, you're showing up as a half sibling. She said, my father recently passed, but he was a doctor. But in the late 60s, early 70s, as a way to pay for medical school, he was a sperm donor. She said he was a sperm donor for years. You look just like my aunt, and we are related. I read the message. I show the message to my husband with two questions. I said, first of all, is this that same woman? Question one. Question two is, am I reading this correctly? First, he reads the message. He looks at the picture. It's Facebook profile picture. He's like, that's her. I'm like, read this. He reads the message. He's like, oh. He goes, ask her if she's willing to talk to us. Message her back. Said, would you be willing to talk to me and my husband? She said, absolutely. So my husband and I are sitting at the kitchen island. My phone is on speaker. This woman, her name is Francesca. She reiterates the same story. She says, if you check your Ancestry dashboard, she said, you and I are showing up as half siblings. She said, my father recently passed, but he was a doctor. She said, but in the late 60s, early 70s, as a way to pay for medical school, he was a sperm donor. He was a donor for years. You look like my aunt, you look like me. And we are related. She's saying everything on the phone. And as she's talking, my husband turns and looks at me. And he says, you're not Marty's daughter. I look at him. I see his lips moving. I hear his voice. I know he's talking to me, but I can't process what my husband is saying. I was a 52-year-old married mother of two teenagers in suburban New Jersey, finding out I'm another man's child. I'm not a child. I haven't been a child in decades. I haven't been a child since Reagan was president. There was nothing to say. We end the call with Francesca. I thank her for calling. I'm sitting at my kitchen island like someone just dropped a bomb in the kitchen. I look at my husband, I'm like, this is the most insane thing I've ever heard ever. I don't even know what to say. I said, but I've been getting all the emails. He goes, what emails? And I said, the ancestry emails. He goes, what ancestry emails? My husband's name's Christopher. I'm like, Christopher, I don't know. Last 3.5 years since we've been on Ancestry, I don't know, 2 or 3 times a year, 2 or 3 times a week, I get an email notification. You have a new cousin, you have a new connection. He goes, Gayle, I've been with you on Ancestry for the last 3.5 years. I've never gotten an email. So to end the email debate, because at this point it's a debate, he pulls up his Ancestry, his dashboard. He has 3 connections. It's him, his father, and his sister. There's 3. Then we pulled up mine. Now, my mother used a sperm donor. I don't know how many times he donated, how many times it was used, how many siblings I have, where they are or who they are. And my siblings don't know that they are my siblings. But on my Ancestry DNA dashboard, I had over 228,000 connections. 228,000 and growing. 2 were half siblings, 1 was a first cousin, the rest were partial connections. But that number, given that number, there has to be an astronomical number of siblings. I have no idea who they are or where they are. Please follow me. This is part 1. Please follow me for part 2. There's so much more to my story.